If there is one thing that animals are good at, it's killing other creatures. Toxic chemical compounds are one of the sneakiest, insidious, and most efficient ways to do this. These 9 deadly creatures may quickly take the life of an adult human. Technical note: a venomous animal actively injects toxin into its prey using stingers, fangs, or other appendages. A poisonous species passively distributes its toxin by being eaten or attacked by other animals. Hello everyone. Welcome to Z. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. The 9 most poisonous animals. 9. Most poisonous testoden, the hawksbill turtle. Hawksbill turtles aren't exactly small, in contrast to some of the other creatures on this list. At maturity, they weigh between 150 and 200 pounds, which is comparable to the weight of the average person. These turtles are found all over the world, and populations in Southeast Asia occasionally overindulge in toxic algae, making any humans who consume their meat susceptible to developing marine turtle poisoning. Symptoms include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and other intestinal maladies. The good/bad news is that hawksbill turtles are threatened with extinction, so one can imagine that an international MTP pandemic would make these testodenes a little less appetizing at the dinner table. 8. Most venomous cephalopod, the blue-ringed octopus. The blue-ringed octopus of the Indian and Pacific Oceans best exemplifies the adage quiet but deadly. When agitated, this small cephalopod, the greatest specimens seldom grow more than 8 inches, delivers a nearly painless bite, the poison of which may instantly paralyze and kill an adult human. The blue-ringed octopus makes an appropriate cameo in the James Bond movie Octopussy as the tattooed mascot of an order of female assassins, and it also plays a significant part in the Michael Crichton thriller State of Fear, where its venom is used by yet another mysterious international crime syndicate. 7. The marble cone snail is the most poisonous mollusk. If you've never used the term predatory sea snail, then you obviously don't know enough about the range and variety of marine life that is capable of suffocating you with a single bite. The marbled cone snail, Conus marmorius, paralyzes its victim, including other cone snails, with a poisonous venom that could easily kill a negligent human. You might wonder how this snail delivers its poison. Intense muscle contractions cause the snail to discharge a tooth in the shape of a harpoon into the skin of the target. The snail then pulls the tooth back out and eats the paralyzed victim at its leisure. Unfortunately, no one has yet calculated the number of marble cone snails required to harpoon and reel in a full-sized human being. 6. The sea wasp is the most dangerous jellyfish. The world's most lethal invertebrates are box jellyfish, which have bells that are boxy rather than spherical, and the marine wasp Chironex fleckeri is by far the most dangerous box jelly. Cnidocytes, which are cells that physically rupture on contact and transmit venom to the intruder's skin, coat the sea fleckeri tentacles. Most people who are stung by sea wasps just suffer severe pain, but a close encounter with a huge one can be lethal in less than 5 minutes. Over the past century, there have been about 100 sea wasp fatalities in Australia alone. 5. Maricopa harvester ant, the 5th most venomous insect. It's crucial to keep things in perspective while talking about deadly insects. Although the honeybee is theoretically poisonous, you would need to be stung 10,000 times in a row to die, unlike the character played by Macaulay Culkin in My Girl. The Maricopa harvester ant is even more hazardous. It would take only approximately 300 bites from this Arizonan pest for you to make an untimely trip to heaven, which is entirely possible for naive travelers. Fortunately, Maricopa ant nests can grow to be 30 feet in diameter and 6 feet tall, making it nearly impossible to unintentionally flatten one. The stonefish is the most poisonous fish. You won't like the stonefish if you're the kind of person who shudders at the prospect of stepping on dropped Legos. This fish from the southern Pacific lives up to its name by eerily resembling a rock or piece of coral as a sort of camouflage to protect it from predators. It is easily walked on by negligent beachgoers, at which time it injects the offender's feet with a strong toxin. It's improbable that you will be killed by a stonefish in Australia because the government has enough stonefish antivenom on hand, but you might have to spend the rest of your life walking about in a pair of LL Bean boots. The inland taipan is the most dangerous snake. It's fortunate that the Australian snake known as the inland taipan is so gentle-natured because its venom is the most potent in the reptile world, with just one bite capable of killing 100 adults. For the record, the inland taipan may disintegrate your blood, brain, muscles, and kidneys before you hit the ground, since its venom is made up of a rich stew of neurotoxins, hemotoxins, myotoxins, and nephrotoxins. Fortunately, the inland taipan rarely interacts with people, and when it does, assuming you know what you're doing, it's a rather timid and manageable snake. The Brazilian wandering spider is the second most venomous spider. There is good news and bad news with the Brazilian wandering spider if you are an arachnophobe. The good news is that this slithery creature only sometimes bites humans, inhabits the tropical South American region, and has a potent antivenom that, if administered promptly, greatly reduces the likelihood of fatalities. The bad news is that the Brazilian wandering spider secretes a strong neurotoxic that, even in microscopic concentrations, slowly paralyzes and strangulates its victims. You can judge if this is good or bad news. Male humans bitten by Brazilian wandering spiders frequently have uncomfortable erections. One. Most poisonous amphibian, the golden dart frog. Imagine the consequences if this tiny amphibian is eaten by a small, fuzzy, unwary creature. The golden dart frog is a rare species that can only be found in the deep rainforests of western Colombia. It secretes enough glittering poison from its skin to kill 10 to 20 humans. Only one species of snake, Liophis epinephalis, is immune to this frog's poison, though sufficiently high dosages can still be lethal. Contrary to popular belief, golden dart frogs grown in captivity and fed on fruit flies and other common insects instead of their native ants and beetles receive their poison from these sources. That's for now. We appreciate you for being here. View more our channel videos.